CNN is completely biased to the left. They're lefties. They're completely against me. And my take on it was, in the beginning, he was wrong. CNN wasn't that way. I used to watch CNN all the time when I was at Fox. When I was getting ready for the Kelly File, I'd have on CNN and I'd watch a lot of their shows. And I like a lot of the anchors over there. But my view is, CNN became the thing Trump said they were and they weren't, and now they are. But now they're indistinguishable from MSNBC.
But you have to admit, it's very hard to cover a guy like Trump who does awful things.
Yeah.
Oh, you do agree?
No, I agree. Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, then you're going to look left wing.
No,
because you're saying you
totally
know what?
wrong.
Megyn Kelly went on Bill Maher's show, Real Time with Bill Maher, and absolutely destroyed him for all of his ridiculous woke talking points. So much. Megyn Kelly destroyed him so much that his whole audience even turned on him at one point. Let's get into this clip here where Megyn Kelly absolutely demolishes Bill Maher on his own show, Real Time with Bill Maher.
So I've heard you say media is broken. What do you mean by that? Where do you go with that?
I mean, you know it's true, right? Like, it just, the media is so messed up right now.
Yes.
It's disheartening to me. And I've felt this way for a long time, not just since Trump. And I know, Trump's rhetoric is too strong, the enemy of the people and all that. And I know why he says it. There are still amazing journalists out there doing great work. But the media is completely biased. And what's happened now, as I look at the country...
Biased politically?
Oh, 100%. Yes. They're
You work for Fox News.
Oh,
I think there's another side to the story.
Of course, Bill, of course. But Fox News was born and did so well because it was the only voice offering the other side of the coin. And the rest of the media was biased toward the left.
You know what the media is biased towards? Money. They're biased toward money and conflict because that's what sells. I don't think... I was watching the Virginia rally this week. There was a gun rally. Mm-hmm. It was peaceful. And you could see how disappointed the media was that the Civil War didn't break out.
Right, of course.
That's what I think the media bias is, much more than politics.
No, because, look, I think there was a liberal slant in the media even before Trump got in there, but he went in there and now... Like, take CNN. He came in there and said,
If you enjoy content like this, to make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
CNN is completely biased to the left. They're lefties. They're completely against me. And my take on it was, in the beginning, he was wrong. CNN wasn't that way. I used to watch CNN all the time when I was at Fox. When I was getting ready for the Kelly File, I'd have on CNN and I'd watch a lot of their shows. And I like a lot of the anchors over there. But my view is, CNN became the thing Trump said they were and they weren't, and now they are. Now they're indistinguishable from MSNBC.
But you have to admit, it's very hard to cover a guy like Trump who does awful things.
Yeah.
Oh, you do agree?
No, I agree. Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, then you're going to look left wing.
No,
because you're saying you know
totally
what?
wrong. I totally disagree.
No, this is completely dishonest. And I know Megyn Kelly has always been like anti-Trump, but the fact that she's even disagreeing with Bill Maher a little bit, and like whenever Megyn Kelly said CNN had become exactly what Trump said that they were before they were even that thing, you could hear the audience start to applaud. They were like, yes, they did. And I agree, because while even if you grant Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly the fact that it's hard to cover someone like Trump because he's so evil, he's literally Hitler, all this stuff, they lie about a whole lot more than just Donald Trump. A lot. Like, they lie about everything. Basically, every single news story that comes up about politics that's partisan, they lie about it. You know, they lie about the Hunter Biden laptop stuff. They lie about Joe Biden. They now lie about Kamala Harris to make them both look good. They lie about Donald Trump constantly to make him look bad. They lie about everybody who opposes them, because that's what they get paid for. They understand. They've realized that they don't get paid as much whenever they don't lie, whenever they don't hyperpolarize everything. You know, so of course they're going to continue to lie. They figured that out during the Trump administration and the lead up to his administration in 2016. They figured out that if they hyperpolarize everything, and they can even lie and just completely get away with it about these different candidates to make their side look good and the other side look bad, they get a whole lot more views when they do that. They figured that out, and now they're just never going to stop. They're going to have to keep one-upping themselves. It's audience capture. You know, I'm not going to go into the audience capture thing again. I talk about it all the time, but whenever your audience responds positively to you doing something like that, like let's say, for instance, if I started lying in these videos about Bill Maher and my audience responded positively and they're like, yeah, you get him, Justin, you get Bill Maher, then my next video, I'm going to want to one up my lies about Bill Maher to make the audience respond like that again and again and again. You have to keep one-upping yourself. And now it's been almost 10 years since 2016, and CNN has been having to one-up themselves on their lies about Trump. And now look where they are now. It's in a crazy spot. And you have people like Bill Maher and even Megyn Kelly a little bit defending them.
Disagree with you. Look, when I was on doing the Kelly File, primetime, 9 p.m. on Fox News, he was attacking me for 9 months straight, right? Saying outrageous things. It took everything in me to go out on the set night after night and not make it personal and not have a vendetta against him and not be overly harsh on him because of what he was doing to me and my family. But I did it. It's doable. You just have to remember, it's not about you.
Right.
It's about the audience and the truth.
So here, okay, and you know what? What's great is, I keep saying all year long, you can hate Trump, you can't hate the people who like him.
Yeah, I've heard you say that.
We can disagree and still be friends. We have a lot in common. We were both shit-canned by major broadcast networks. I was shit-canned by ABC. You were shit-canned by NBC. Yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world that happens to you. And I tell you, when that happened to you, I was angry for you. Oh. Honestly. Because this cancel culture, it's so funny. When they do polls, they find like 80 to 90% of the people in this country hate this shit.
Yep.
Even liberals hate this shit.
That's right.
This is one reason why Trump got elected. Because people 100%. Hate political correctness so much that they'll even take it in the mouth of a werewolf like that when he's not politically correct.
Because he's a fighter, and they see this is the package that comes in.
Right. But when individual instances come up, everybody is so afraid to stand up. Yeah. You even apologized for something that I didn't think was that awful. It's like, why can't you just say, okay, I was a little inartful about how I expressed that. My bad. I'm sorry, move on with our lives. Instead of, no, you have to go away for all time. Well, who are these perfect people who have never made any mistake?
My own take on it is the country's going through something right now. The marginalized groups are rising up and trying to find positions at the table, equal positions. And that's a good thing. The difference is in approach. How do we do it? And I understand this fight because as a woman and somebody who's, been in the position I was in that we talked about, I have also felt marginalized at times and like I don't have an equal footing. But the question is, do we do it with grace and humanity and understanding that people make mistakes and that we're all imperfect and we're going to screw up maybe more than once?
And charity.
Right. And kindness and an understanding that we're all only here for a limited time and we can't
the whole CNN was never bad, and then because Donald Trump is such an evil person that he's just a nightmare to cover, and it forced them to go so far left. That's just BS. Like I said, it's all about just money. I don't know if they're being paid off by somebody higher than them. Like if you really look at who owns all the news stations and everything, really Fox News and CNN are all run by the same people. Like that, so I don't know exactly what the motive is, but like I said, it's not a Donald Trump problem. It's a CNN problem. It's an MSNBC problem because they lie about a whole lot more than just Donald Trump. So I completely disagree with Bill Maher there. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Megyn Kelly's appearance here on Bill Maher, where Bill Maher tried to say that it was Donald Trump's fault. And Megyn Kelly is not a big Donald Trump fan, as you could hear. She's not a fan of Donald Trump at all. But even when Bill Maher said that it's Donald Trump's fault how far left CNN has become and how far left the woke left has gotten, Megyn Kelly had to shut him down on that because even Megyn Kelly, who's a Donald Trump hater, knows that CNN, it's not Donald Trump's fault that CNN went so far left. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole Megyn Kelly versus Bill Maher situation.